Hello, 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 beautiful people. I am excited to be back with you. I have been out and about and really working with some amazing clients over the past couple of weeks. So forgive me for not being here live, but I'm excited to be back with you now. My name is Leah Murphy. I am the CEO of Career Gems for the Journey, where we help talented professionals build thriving careers. And we've been doing that for a while now. And we are in a season where we are very, very much excited about the Career and Care Summit. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. And as we talk about the Career and Care Summit, it'll give you a chance to make sure that you are grabbing your early bird tickets, because the early bird tickets are going to go away here in the next couple of weeks. So we want to make sure that you take advantage of the opportunity to enjoy that discount now. But before we get into all of that, you guys know that I like to run fast once I get started. So I want to make sure that I acknowledge everybody who's here with me live. If you are joining me live, please do drop your city in the chat so I know who is with us, who is catching the vibes, who is getting closer and closer to this discussion that we're going to have today, which is this part 2 of the AI career tech crunch, right? And it was so juicy, it was so robust. We couldn't get it all done in one live. So my team and I said, we don't want to leave anybody hanging. We don't want to make sure we cover the bases and we give people what they're looking for, because there's just a lot happening in the background. And because there's a lot happening, there's a lot of things that are true, and there's a lot of things that are not true that are kind of floating all around. And we wanted to kind of pick up where we left off and then add a little bit more meat to the bone, add a little bit more substance, so that we can make sure that folks feel like they can walk away from the time that we spend together feeling better informed and also set up for success for what's next for them. So if you're with me live, please do drop your city in the chat so I can acknowledge you. I'll do my best to watch the comment section so that I can shout you out. We'll also take questions if you're here with us live or something that you want to add. We feel like we have an amazing community of people who are with us here at Career Gems for the Journey, and we love to be able to co-create if there is expertise that's out there that can help enhance and build resources for this community. So I love that for us. So if you're listening on the replay, I love that for you. I love it for me too. We want to take full advantage of sharing this recording with as many people as you think will find value in it. The replay has been doing amazing things. It's really allowed people to take advantage of kind of a podcast listening mode that also we're streaming live to YouTube. So if you have the opportunity and you're a YouTuber and that's kind of where you get your media and get your content, you can take advantage to listen back to this video on YouTube. We would love for you to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, because then we know who's listening, we know who's there, and we also can continue to develop content specifically for that audience. So we're looking forward to getting more connectivity on the YouTube platform, as well as here on LinkedIn Live, where we get lots of folks who are riding with us. So excited for all of those things. I did my housekeeping. I got done what I needed to get done. So now we can get right into the content. So the last time we got together, we talked just a little bit about, just a little tiny bit, and there's such a broad topic for us to cover around artificial intelligence and how it's affecting career. So we've been focusing really on early career development, because that's where we're seeing the broadest impact. And last time we were together, I talked about how entry-level roles are feeling the crunch of artificial intelligence being used first. And that's because lots of those roles tended to be learn by doing, right? So if you have a learn by doing model in your early career development, where maybe you're an analyst, maybe you're an early analyst or developer, and you're trying to figure out what the day-to-day needs to look like, and you're doing it by assignments, small projects, PowerPoint presentations, maybe pulling together reports, maybe doing some low-level analysis. Those types of things used to be the starting point for early career folks, and now we're seeing that artificial intelligence and other digital softwares can do a lot of that work. So because that is the case, that is the reality of what we're navigating, we want to make sure that we acknowledge that early career development is still very, very critical for you as an early career person to get the opportunity to learn, to also get the opportunity to be in community and to build relationships within your organization, whether that's mentorship, whether that's learning how to work with other teams, whether that's collaboration. There are still these necessary skills that happen in an early career space, but we want to make sure that you're leveraging artificial intelligence to help you sustain your value inside of an organization. So when I say that, what do I mean? What I'm saying is the career ladder still requires young talent who are fresh out of college, fresh out of apprentice programs, entrepreneurs, folks who are on the cutting edge of what young people are prioritizing in their life and career, really because those young people are still the leaders of the future. Today's learners are tomorrow's leaders. We say that all the time here at Career Gems for the Journey, and I'll say it again. Today's learners are tomorrow's leaders. So what I'm seeing is you have to make sure as an organization, as a corporation, you're still hiring people and giving them early career development experience. Otherwise, you're going to create a break in the chain of leadership for your organization, because you still need people who have soft skills, who have ability to collaborate, who have critical thinking, who can problem solve in order to help your organization grow and meet the needs of your current customers. AI can't replace that. So thinking about using artificial intelligence as well as soft skills, competencies, leadership development, critical thinking, putting those two things together is where I see the best and brightest talent going, and where I see organizations that have been really thoughtful in making the right investments are going to benefit. They are going to win. They are going to see the results. They are going to see their companies and their organization grow. So it's not this idea where we're avoiding AI tools. We're acknowledging that there are AI tools out there that already exist, and there's tons that are still in the pipeline. There are new ones that are being developed. I was actually just at a conference in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. And I was literally in rooms with medical professionals, PhDs, MDs, researchers who are still developing artificial intelligence to apply to a number of different functions and disciplines. Everything from marketing to healthcare analysis to supporting mining and different chemical or STEM processes. So we're going to continue to see artificial intelligence be launched against key problems that we're noticing in our career, but also just generally in society. How can we use the tools that are at our disposal now to, one, improve the society that we live in, and also allow businesses to grow and to thrive? So we know that we're going to continue to see new tools that are going to get launched. Now it's a matter of how do you, as someone who is in early career or as someone who is a manager of people who would be coming in early career, how do you continue to create a balance between the tools that are launching and available and investing in building people who have soft skills as well as critical thinking so that they can direct the artificial intelligence to do what you need it to do as a business? You still need people to control the technology, to inform it, to help it, to direct it in the right places. So that's who's going to end up winning. And I mentioned Stephen Bartlett and his comment around AI is not going to take your job, but someone who knows how to use AI well will potentially be the reason why your job is shifted or you have a different set of work skills or that job is eliminated. So let it be you. Let it be you as the individual who is better informed on artificial intelligence and knows how to use the technology, knows how to direct it, knows how to guide it, knows how to continue to train it so that it can be of benefit to you to make your life, your job, your value creation for your company operating at the next level. So what we're seeing now is lots of long job searches. The reality is there's lots of long job searches, and there's a number of reasons to that. There are economic impacts. There are mass layoffs that we have to acknowledge. There's direct impact from changes at the federal level. We're seeing a super, super complex and volatile job market, and that has really nothing to do with the early career professionals who are approaching that job market. So the reason why we're here and we're making sure that we are giving you the substantive information that we think is going to drive you forward is because we have to focus on controlling our controllables. When so much of the impact or so much of the world we're navigating in requires other people to make critical decisions in order for downstream effects to be felt. Your job is to control your controllables. And what you can control is getting better at navigating artificial intelligence consistently and being a value creator, because you can direct the tool against problems that businesses need solving. So I know that those changes that are external factors are slowing down career mobility. It may even delay financial stability, because if you don't have access to a new role, that means you're not getting compensated the way that you want to get compensated or the way that you need in order to function. So I want to understand, all right, people who are here, who are listening to Career Gems for the Journey, who've been following our work for a while, are going to be disproportionately advantaged because you're prepping and you're doing the work, you're making critical decisions on your ROI for how you're investing your time, your ROI or your return on investment for how you're investing your time, where you're investing your time, and it'll also inform what employers you seek employment with. So we want you to combine human intelligence with AI fluency or competencies in how to use the skills, where to direct it at problems that businesses need to be solved, and we want you to step into the driver's seat. So you don't have to be a programmer. We mentioned this before. You don't have to design code, and you don't have to be a cybersecurity expert. More on that later. You can learn how to prompt well, how to summarize insights, and how to automate routine work. And those things allow you to be a value creator within your organization. So taking advantage of the time you have now, if you're early in career now, to get better at those skill sets and to seek out more opportunities to grow can make a huge difference. If you can take what is now a 3-hour task or a report that is, currently manual, and you can automate it in a way that is going to be valuable for you and gives you more capacity to then focus on new problems, new abilities, new ways to ideate, new opportunities to be able to collaborate with your teams, new things that you can use your skill set, your brain power, your critical thinking to be able to innovate on in your business. Now you've freed up time for yourself to be a more valuable asset that makes you not only employable, it makes you a great asset to your organization. So every role now is going to be impacted by artificial intelligence sitting side by side with you as you're sitting at your desk. So whether you're a creative, whether you're a marketer, whether you're a content designer, whether you're an engineer, whether you are an educator, artificial intelligence is sitting right beside you in your current job. And how do you take advantage of using your neighbor, right? Your AI coworker to be able to make your job easier or to be able to create more value within your organization. If you can do that, you have the ability to win. So then people start to ask the question, well, how do I do it? Where do I start? Where do I even begin? I want to tell you guys first that we're still at the very early stages. I'm seeing universities like North Carolina A&T University being one of the first HBCUs to have a degree in artificial intelligence, and that is at the bachelor's degree level. So shout out to North Carolina A&T. They're doing some amazing work. They produce the most Black engineers in the country, in the United States. So the fact that they have just introduced artificial intelligence as a major at the undergraduate level means that other universities will come with longer full degree pathways. And then eventually other universities will come with master's degrees and PhDs in everything aligned to a long educational pathway in artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, while those things are still happening, there's lots of opportunities for you to think about smaller micro credentials. And those micro credentials focus on certifications that build upon one another. Those micro credentials are moving at the pace of the development of the technology. So you can constantly be working to upskill in the technology so that you can get better real time, right? Once academia catches up and more academic institutions begin to build out 4-year degree programs or master's programs or PhD programs, that will be a pathway for others to be able to travel. And maybe you'll take that pathway sometime in the future. I want to discourage you from waiting for academic institutions to say, this is the way that we're going to go. And now we have the programming, or we have the coursework to be able to send you through. I want you to start thinking about micro credentials now from reputable organizations that are going to allow you to have repetitions in with the technology. When I say reps in, I'm talking about the same way jump shooters in basketball have to be in the gym putting up a lot of shots. The more you shoot, the better you get. I'm talking about repetitions with artificial intelligence in the same way that jump shooters have to put up a lot of shots. You hear people like Steph Curry saying, or people like Kobe Bryant giving the analogy of spending hours literally just shooting. And I'm telling you, putting that kind of effort into artificial intelligence in the now is going to pay off for you. And micro credentials offer that opportunity for you right now. Now, I'm going to tell you that there is no micro credential organization that has sponsored this video, though I am open to partnering with micro credential organizations because I think that there is a mutually beneficial arrangement that we can make. So shout out to you all. If you're listening, come and hit me up. I have some exciting things happening in the background. But thinking about organizations like Coursera, organizations like General Assembly, Google has some micro credentials, LinkedIn Learning has some micro credentials. These are all great places to start. The barrier to entry is low. You can do those almost 100% virtually, and you can go at your own pace today. You can start today and continue to pace for yourself while you're maintaining your full-time job, while you're maintaining your coursework if you're currently in undergrad, while you're in your job search. Whatever phase of development you're in, you can start on your micro-credential journey to be able to add value today. And the more repetitions, the more shots you put up in the gym, the better you will get at this technology, and your awareness to continue to upskill in the technology is what is going to really set you apart from your peer set. It's going to make you a more valuable asset than those who may be waiting on the wait and see mode for artificial intelligence tools. So we all know, and we're getting to know what AI can do, what the potential is. But we also know what AI cannot do. And when I think about human intelligence and human emotional intelligence partnered with artificial intelligence, that's where wins begin to happen. So still working in the background with organizations like mine and others around your self-awareness, your emotional intelligence, your creativity, your ability to collaborate, your propensity for change management. All of those are still soft skills that are going to be necessary, even more necessary for you to develop as superpowers as you incorporate artificial intelligence and machine learning into your skill set and into your competencies. So I really want you to think about any role, marketing assistant, early engineer, nonprofit leadership, all of these sectors are going to directly be informed and impacted by artificial intelligence. And I want you, listener, who's here, to be at the helm. I want you to be in a decision-making role, or I want you to be poised and positioned well for when, not if, artificial intelligence begins to be a coworker inside of your organization, because it's happening. And that's the part that we can get closer to. How do we benefit from it? How are we at the decision table? How are we skilled and competent through micro credentials or through putting up reps that we will be in a position to take advantage of the opportunity? So using artificial intelligence to amplify the skills that you already have while building your emotional intelligence and all of the soft skills necessary is the combination that great organizations who are thoughtful and continuing to invest and develop people will see and be able to recognize quickly. So now is the time to make those investments. So as we're rebuilding this career ladder and thinking about what is coming next, there's also a huge obligation for companies. And I mentioned this last time, but I'm going to mention it again. Companies are in a big, big upside opportunity if it's done well. Just slapping an AI tool on top of currently existing mess is not going to solve your problems. Slapping new AI tools on top of a lack of systems, a lack of clarity in decision-making, a lack of cohesiveness, a lack of vision is not going to solve your problems. So you're in a decision-making seat that still requires you to bring the right level of strategic vision and expertise so that AI and artificial intelligence can be incorporated in a already well-running operating model to be able to optimize and enhance, because it will not erase all of the challenges that currently exist in your organization. So I want to encourage you to continue to do the work. I also want you to think about, and I'm talking to companies now, if you have junior people inside of your organization and you're trying to figure out what are the ways that we can optimize our business and still develop our people, I want you to get to the point where you understand that there is a ladder of leadership and development inside of your organization. And if you don't properly invest in each rung of the ladder, ultimately you will have a major gap to fill in your organization that is expensive, that is time consuming. You have to continue to develop people in the now, give them the resources to be able to grow, even if you do it at a smaller scale than you're comfortable or that you've operated it with in the past. So I want you to think about, how do I make sure that I keep the ladder for developing people so that my organization will be healthy for years to come? Not this get rid of everything and AI will solve all of our problems. I've seen so many organizations make that as an attempt and then have to hire people back, or then have to rebuild relationships with professional organizations that they opted out of when they were thinking about early talent 10 years ago. It's a both and model, and you can figure out a way to invest in a way that's smart and a way that is strategic, that aligns to your goals, but it requires you to be disciplined and not buy into everything is going to be perfect once we apply this AI tool. So companies that are piloting, companies that are still really looking to bring top talent in, should be working through what I believe are great examples is rotational programs, apprenticeship style programs, or partnering directly with professional organizations or universities to make sure that they are getting talent that is well informed, that is aligned to some of the recommendations that we made earlier, because that's how you get vetted talent that is going to help you in building that ladder back for top talent in your organization at the early career stage. So rotational programs, apprenticeship programs, partnering with professional organizations, partnering directly with universities who you know are producing really quality graduates, those are still strategies that should be used and should be kept in place. If you scale them and you adjust them, that could be a good business decision. But if you wholeheartedly move away from what has been successful for you in the past under the auspice that artificial intelligence is going to solve for all of your early career development, or all of your early career type roles and assignments, I'm sure we'll be back here in a few years helping you get back on track, because ultimately it has to be aligned to your strategy and there has to be people involved. So for our early career development individuals, I am very much aligned to supporting you in navigating in the next phase of your career. We have a really exciting announcement tied to the Career and Care Summit around support, some tools, some systems that we're putting in place around artificial intelligence, micro credentials. So you'll see those launch for us in 2026. So stay tuned, tap the bell here on LinkedIn and on YouTube so that you can make sure that you learn more about what we're offering here at Career Gems for the Journey, because you know that soft skills and those competencies are the foundation. So the combination, what we've been talking about here on this live for the entire time, is really where the game-changing ability lives for us. So I want to encourage you, if you're just starting out, remember that there are organizations that are going to do this right. There are going to be organizations that are going to do this wrong. And you can't stop the organization from the choices that they're making. You have to do what's in your best interest and make the right investments for your professional development. And I believe that there will be opportunities, there will be upsides. So position yourself well. So take this fresh perspective as your advantage. You're here today for a reason. You were on this live. Someone sent you this replay. You're on this YouTube channel because there's something there for you, something that you've been looking for. And I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited to support you as you navigate the next phase of your career journey. So it has been amazing being with you live today. I am looking forward to continuing the conversation. Next week, we are going to be back live at Tuesday, our regular time, Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are going to cover all things related to the Career and Care Summit, which will be an amazing announcement as we talk about what's happening for us in 2026. It looks like Amelia Smart is with us, and Amelia is really excited about what we're talking about here as far as the AI career and how automation is going to reshape early career development. So we appreciate you being here with us, Amelia. And then also, she said something around she wished more companies took this point of view and this approach, and I do too. And I think a lot of companies will. I am working with organizations in the background and have been for years. So I'm hearing a lot of the right things in organizations that are making the right investments, and I am also hearing some of the wrong things. So I know for a fact that there are organizations who are taking these recommendations because we are guiding them and we are supporting them, and we're already seeing the results. We're seeing the ROI on companies taking this strategic approach to navigating artificial intelligence and early career development. So I'm thrilled that you're able to join us live. Please do share this live with as many people as possible, because I think if more people had this as their perspective, I think the anxiety and some of the frustration or some of the concerns might be a little bit more actionable. So it wouldn't just be this, I feel anxious and I don't know what to do. It would be more of, I now know how I want to proceed, considering the factors that are outside of my control. I can make a conscious choice on what my next move is. So I want to give that to as many people as possible. So click the bell on LinkedIn as well as on YouTube to continue to hear our new announcements that are coming. Like and subscribe on our YouTube channel to this video, and then join us next Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time for all things Career and Care Summit. I am literally holding it together to not spill all of the tea for the amazingness that is coming for the Career and Care Summit. I'm talking about speakers, breakout leaders. I'm talking about amazing, phenomenal sponsors. We're talking about giveaways. We are talking about what all of the best parts of the 2025 Career and Care Summit supercharged for the second annual Career and Care Summit. Early bird tickets will go away for good November 15th. November 15th is the last day you will have available to buy your early bird tickets. That is less than 2 weeks away. What's today? Today is November 4th. You have less than 2 weeks to grab your early bird tickets. Do it now. I promise you will not be disappointed. Grab your early bird tickets for that discounted rate, and then you will have your seat secured. And once all of the announcements begin to really roll out, you'll already be comfortable in knowing, oh, I'm going to be in the room. It's going to be a phenomenal experience. I sincerely believe that. My team has been working in the background, and I'm overwhelmed by just how amazing I think this second annual Career and Care Summit is going to be. And I want you to be in the room with us. So grab your tickets today. And next Tuesday, we will talk more about our official launch of the Career and Care Summit and our full breadth of all that's going to come along with it. So we're excited to have you there with us. So join us next Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, I appreciate you for riding with us. Continue to make your journey work for you.